Yes, good afternoon. This is Dr. Nolan. This video is gonna kind of give you kind of a rundown of where we're at, because obviously this was a ground course before I now made it an online course. So I thought I'd go ahead and give you a little bit of opportunity to kind of work through how things work. The You'll see in your front page may look a little bit different with there. I will actually be adding my office phone number to this as soon as I complete the video. I just noticed it's not there. My office number will be there, and that actually is being forwarded now to my cell phone. So if you do need to reach me by phone, you can actually do that. And then what I can do then is I'll be calling you back probably through a Skype number I have. And then so we can go ahead and take care of your issues or questions. You can also obviously feel free to email me. A lot of you have already throughout the course. That is not changing. That goes directly to my cell phone as well. So you can definitely have you won't have any problems there really reaching me at any point in time. And feel free to use those. My office hours will be changing a little bit here. I'll probably be online pretty much every day now between 9 and noon. So that way, if you do need in the morning, if you do need to reach out to me, you can. That does not mean that you limit yourself to the morning time. We can certainly meet anytime during the day. It's just one of those where I'm setting aside basically that time of 9 to noon, Monday to Friday, to work in the courses. So I will be definitely around in those points in time to answer any questions that you want, whether it's course related or not. Feel free to reach out to me. As you can see here, so that's one change that will happen there. MindTap here does not change at all for you guys. It is functioning just fine. You'll see as I get into the weeks, I have made a few changes to where some of those are located, but you can still use this link to go ahead and access them. That's not a problem. Access your textbook and the rest of it there. Now here we have week 10, okay, which is kind of where I started this. It's really week 11, but not a real issue here. What you're going to see here is this first thing that you're going to pop up every week is you're going to see what we have here is the first assignment, okay? This one here is going to be your discussion. This is your discussion thread, and I'll actually change that title to read discussion. So when you click on this, on the discussion, I realize that this might be reviewed for some of you, but those that don't take online courses, this will be a good opportunity for me to kind of walk through how you get there. Okay, so once you read this part of it, and it tells you to look at the video that's here, which is the concept flips resistance to change. So take a look at that, and your self-assessments, which are down below. There is one that's being graded and one that's not. But you'll need both of those here, both of these self-assessments here, those will take you right directly to the MindTap section that you're looking for. So if you click on that, for instance, that takes you right to the self-assessment as soon as it pops up here. So any of those links that you see that are now below the content will actually take you right into the book. It'll take you right into that particular section of the book. My internet's a little slow here at the house today for some reason. Okay, you can see this here. Takes you right into that. It'll take another second to kind of move through into the actual self-assessment itself. But basically you can see this should be all familiar to you because this is what we've been doing all term. Just as soon as because it wants me to click this out, so. My internet is really slow today. There we go. And it might be their system as well because it's a little overloaded. So if you can see here, this is the self-assessment that you would want to be taking. So it comes right into that. So I'm going to close out of that. Apologize for the wait there. Then we're going to go back over here because this is a discussion thread, and I'll relabel these as discussions right after I finish the video here. I will actually, so what I'm going to do here is, there's no threads in here at the moment, so I'm going to create a thread. Okay, and then this is going to come up. Okay, and this thread is just going to basically say, okay, and this week is resistance to change, very apropos for the environment we're in. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of a text here. And you can title it anything you would like. Okay. And then once you're done, basically what it's telling you to do is the instructions basically say that you're going to type out 1 page worth of material, making sure you have some references and those types of things if it's applicable. But you're going to take the self-assessment and basically write your own little bit of a summary here. Again, that should be about a page in Word. It doesn't have to be any more than that, but a page in Word basically is what I'm looking for there. Using the information that I've requested you to. Okay, and then you hit submit at the bottom, then it comes up here, and that's your new thread. Okay, so you notice that my name has occurred here, your title, what you titled it. Okay, so now if I want to, now I'm looking to, because the other part of a discussion is you're going to have to read and comment to your peers. So when you read and comment to your peers in this, what I want you to do is go ahead and you'll click on the thread. Okay, and then this is going to come up. Okay, so now you have this, where I've made this, created that, and you want to reply to mine. So what you'll do is reply. Okay, and then the text box comes up just like an email. Okay, and what you'll do there is you can change the subject if you want to, but then you'll comment on mine. Okay. So you'll comment on mine, okay, type of thing. And what you'll do is this needs to be about a paragraph long, 5 to 6 sentences. And it shouldn't be more than just, I agree. You need to really add something to that. So as we type it in here, you can type it in here or you can type it in Word, and then you can actually go back and I'm just going to type a quick sentence here. You guys can see how bad I type it sometimes. And then once you're done with that, and if you want to change fonts, bold, any of those types of things, just like an email, and then what you can do here is you'll hit submit. Again, and then that will create basically a thread here, and it'll basically keep commenting, and you'll see everybody when you come up, you bring the screen up, you'll see everybody who's commented on these as well. So you need to comment to at least 2 of your peers through this process. Okay, so you'll put your initial 1-page post in, okay, of whatever the topic is, and then down at the bottom here, you'll add in your 1-paragraph responses back. And again, they should average about 5 to 6 sentences. You can't just give me a few words and expect it to count. Probably not going to. That's not going to be very good along those lines. Okay, it's not going to grade out very well. Okay, so then we come back over here to week 10. And okay, so that's your discussion. And we'll have typically one other kind of assignment. This is actually an assignment. So this is a short 1 to 2 page paper on looking at this video. Okay, and in the video you'll see basically what you have is you'll be looking at this video. So you can click on this and it'll take you right to this is the questions. Okay, this I think this should take us right to the video. Might take us a minute. Okay. I'll fix that before we get done here. This is the upload. No, this is where you would actually put your assignment when it's done. Um, and I think the video I put down below. And the video isn't actually the link below. So what you'll do is you apologize for that. So when you click on this, this is how you would submit that one-page paper, which is what you'll see here, just like kind of like an email. You'll attach your file right here. You can browse your basically browse your computer for it, upload it, and it's good to go. Once you're there, then you click submit, and it will go on. Will go in for grading. And again, that one, when we go back, I'll show you that is actually just clicking on the title of the assignment, which is going to be managing change. Okay, this is your questions that I downloaded for you for the actual honesty. So it's got the 3 or 4 questions in there that you'll answer. And again, they're probably about a paragraph apiece. Don't have to really worry about references for this one. This is your video, the honesty, okay, on managing change. And then I've moved in the links here for chapter 11 for the other quizzes. Now, there is 2 self-assessments. One of those is strictly for, one of those will be graded, which I believe is how creative you are. The true grit is the one that you'll be using to comment in your discussions. So you take both of those, kind of incorporate those into your first paper. This one here is just basically you'll watch the video, which is this one here, honesty, click on it. It'll take you right into the video. It may take us a minute and don't be concerned if it does take you a minute. You are going through 2 very busy systems at the moment to get to that video. So just like your textbook, you're going to be going through. And if you have a laptop that you want to kind of share screens or like I have a double screen set up here where you can watch the video on one side, make your notes in another if you wanted to. Those are all possible. And then this should immediately, in a minute, just flip over to the other. And again, because I'm kind of following this through the Blackboard right into Cengage, it will take a couple seconds longer to be able to get through to them, as we've seen here. And again, because these systems are all very overloaded, you may have to give them a little bit more of a some time to be able to do that, and then you'll be able to play the video from here. So those are those 2 things. I'll change those headers again, like I said, so they're a little clearer. This is an assignment. It's a 1 to 2 page paper. This one up here is resistance to change, which is going to be a discussion. Those are the 2 biggest things that we're going to have to do because these are replacing the class time. So they'll actually be replacing the actual class time. When I'm finished processing this video will appear up above this assignment. So you can take a look at that aspect of it. The other thing I'll be doing is this afternoon, you'll see that it'll pop in above this is kind of a summary that I'll do every week. Sometimes I throw in some extra little things in each one, extra videos or articles or those types of things for you guys to take a look at. But and as well as just kind of recapping the week and explaining what's due and when it's due. Typically, discussion threads are due on Thursday evenings for the first part. So when you do this actual first part here with your, you'll actually be doing that for Thursday evening, and then you'll have till Monday of the following week to make your comments to your peers for the second half of the discussion. All the paper aspects will all be due on Monday evening, and I'll go make sure I put that into the summary as well each week. In case it changes, it might change a little bit. If we have, when you get to the exam, which will be in a couple of weeks, I think it's in week 12 here, 2 weeks from now. But I have not, I did actually put it in here, so you'll see here. This is the other parts of these. This will be where you will open up your exam for the third exam for 10, 11, and 14. The only difference there is this will actually appear. There will be an online proctor now that will be attached to that. Not a big deal. I'm not really looking for anything other than make sure it's you, because these are open book tests. So it's not going to be very super restrictive or anything along those lines. The settings on these will be very minimal. I'm just looking to make sure it's you, and basically that there's nobody in the room coaching you on the exam, and that you're actually looking the answers up yourself. So it won't. That is one difference with the tests from when we had them in class. Also, you'll see here the rough draft. Any of those extra papers and projects that are associated with the final project, those will actually be posted here as well. And you can see I've actually put in here the rough draft for the final paper. Will actually be in this area. So now what you have to do is the last part of this would be your actual final project or presentation. I'll make some comments here. I know a couple people have asked. I had over the last couple of days, because they're interviewing people who may or may not be able to shadow this anymore. For those that have interviews, I would say that probably you can go ahead and just make a more intensive interview process. Add some more questions to it to get to what you're looking for. Okay. So any of those types of things would be good. So if you have any other questions on the way this works or the way the project will work, I'll have a whole nother video coming out on the projects probably next week on how we're going to do those. In a nutshell, I'll be setting up individual Zoom appointments for everybody. And as part of your participation, you'll actually have to dial in on 2 others. I will publish all that for you guys to be able to do. They'll be done the last week of the course when you would actually be doing your final exam, unless I have a senior, and those will be going first, and we'll probably do those the week before, and it may only be 1 or 2. So I'll be checking to see who we have as seniors. Everybody else will go that last week. I will set you out basically in the same time frame that I'm looking at, between 9 and 11. I'll be setting up Zoom interviews for about 15 minutes at a time. You don't need to use the 15 minutes. That's more for planning and allowing a few minutes for us to be able to get in, get set up, and for anybody to join the meeting before you get started. There's still 10 minutes in length, so I'm allowing a little bit more of a cushion there in case we have some technical issues that we can stay on schedule. So I'll be publishing that schedule and everything probably more towards the end of next week. So that way you can go ahead and get prepared for that. But we will still be doing those presentations. I'm going to kind of close with just kind of stating that, again, that if you need to reach me out for anything, you have any questions whatsoever, anything along those lines, that questions on the project and how that's going to work, you're having problems getting having your problems with your Cengage, or it's you're having problems understanding something in the video on how to upload something, feel free, please reach out to me and we can walk through those, and I can certainly help you out with that. I've been teaching online now for quite a number of years, and so things do happen, and in this situation probably are going to be more likely to happen. So let's go ahead and kind of nip those in the bud and be able to kind of work through those issues and just have some patience with each other as we go through this. And again, I hope everybody has read the email that I sent out the other day in getting things started, and making sure that you do send me your contact information. If you have not sent in your topic yet for your final project, then please do so now. So that way we can go ahead and keep going, and that would not be any different than what we've already been doing. All right, I hope everybody has a great evening and the rest of the weekend, and we'll all get through this one way or another.